Good morning. If you're just waking up or heading out for a flight, you'll want to pay close attention to today's top story. Today, Thursday, August 7th, 2025, we begin with major travel news that's impacting thousands of people across the country. United Airlines abruptly halted many flights Wednesday evening, stranding thousands nationwide and causing confusion and frustration for travelers in dozens of cities. The culprit? A sudden and unexpected computer system failure, reminding us just how much modern air travel relies on complex technology behind the scenes. When these systems go down, the ripple effects are immediate and widespread. This was a nationwide ground stop, a rare and serious event that brought United's operations to a standstill. For hours, no United flights could take off anywhere in the U.S. Imagine being at the airport ready to board, only to hear your flight can't leave. Families, business travelers, and vacationers alike were left scrambling for answers and alternative plans. The issue wasn't weather or pilot-related, but a technical glitch deep in United's network. These systems handle everything from flight plans to crew assignments, so even a small error can have massive consequences. Social media quickly filled with images of crowded terminals, long lines at customer service desks, and travelers anxiously checking their phones for updates. The big question on everyone's mind: what exactly happened, and is it safe to fly? Many passengers wondered if their travel plans for the next few days would be affected. United and government officials scrambled to diagnose and communicate the problem, working through the night to restore systems and keep the public informed. It was a stressful night for both travelers and United staff, who faced a flood of questions, complaints, and requests for help as the situation unfolded. In this story, we'll break down what a ground stop means, how many people were affected, and what United and the government have said about the cause and the response. Most importantly, we'll update you on the current situation, what's running, what's still delayed, and what you can expect if you're flying United today or in the coming days. The good news is that things are slowly improving. Flights are beginning to move again, but United passengers should still expect some delays and possible cancellations as the airline works to get back on track. Let's dive into the details of this major travel disruption, explore how it unfolded, and see what lessons can be learned for the future of air travel. Here's what you need to know to stay informed and prepared as the situation develops. Section 2. What is a ground stop? Let's break it down and see why it matters for air travel. A ground stop is like a red light for airplanes. No takeoffs allowed from certain airports for a set time. It's an official order that temporarily halts departures and sometimes even arrivals to keep things under control. Usually the FAA issues these, but airlines can request them too, as United did in this case. The FAA acts as the traffic cop of the skies, but airlines can ask for a pause if they're facing technical or operational issues. Think of the sky as a busy highway. If an airline can't safely manage its planes, it must pause. This helps prevent chaos both in the air and on the ground, especially when there's a risk of system overload or confusion. This keeps everyone safe, even if the weather is perfect and the plane is ready. Sometimes the issue isn't visible to passengers. It could be a computer glitch, a staffing shortage, or a technical hiccup behind the scenes. During a ground stop, pilots and crew wait for the all clear before moving. They stay in constant contact with air traffic control, ready to go as soon as it's safe. Importantly, a ground stop for one airline doesn't mean all airlines are stopped. Each airline operates independently, so a problem with one doesn't always affect the rest. In this case, only United's mainline flights were affected. Other airlines continued as normal. You might see United planes parked while others are still taking off and landing. The focus is always on safety. Better to wait than risk a problem in the air. Ground stops are a proactive measure, not a sign of disaster. So while United passengers were stuck, others flew on. It can be frustrating, but it's all about making sure flights operate smoothly and safely. This was a United-specific issue, not a nationwide air travel failure. Ground stops are rare, but when they happen, they're all about keeping the skies and everyone in them safe. Section 3. The computer glitch, the heart of the problem. The chaos began with a critical computer failure inside United's core operational network. Airlines depend on technology for everything: ticketing, flight planning, fuel calculations, and crew communication. United's system, which sends vital flight plans and safety data to crews, stopped working. Without this information, flights couldn't safely depart. United made the tough call to halt takeoffs nationwide as a precaution. technical teams worked urgently to find and fix the glitch, a process that can be painstaking in such complex systems. Every minute the system was down, more flights were delayed and more passengers stranded. The priority: restore the system safely and reliably before resuming operations. This incident shows how a single tech failure can ripple across an entire airline. United's teams worked through the night to get things back on track. Safety came first, even as delays mounted. Section 4. 1,000 flights delayed. The scale of the disruption. When United Airlines experienced this unprecedented system failure, the effects were felt almost instantly across the country. Airports that are usually bustling with the organized chaos of travel were suddenly thrown into confusion as schedules unraveled and uncertainty spread. The impact was massive. Over 1,000 United flights delayed nationwide. From coast to coast, the digital maps lit up with delays, showing just how widespread the problem had become in a matter of hours. Tens of thousands of travelers saw their plans upended, with delays stretching for hours and some flights canceled outright. Families, business travelers, and vacationers alike were left stranded, anxiously checking their phones for updates and hoping for good news. The disruption created a domino effect. One delayed flight led to more delays across the network. Planes that were supposed to be in one city were stuck in another, and crews were left waiting for aircraft that never arrived. United's major hubs and smaller airports alike felt the pain. No matter the size of the airport, the ripple effects were impossible to avoid as every part of the system is connected. Even after the ground stop was lifted, the backlog took hours to clear. Passengers faced long lines at service desks, and staff worked overtime to rebook flights and answer questions. Planes and crews were out of position, making it hard to get back on schedule. The logistical challenge of getting everyone and everything back in sync is enormous. Think of it like a traffic jam. Once the road is blocked, it takes time to get moving again. Clearing the congestion requires patience and careful coordination. The ripple effects will likely last another day or so as United works to recover. Every delayed flight today can cause more disruptions tomorrow as planes and crews try to catch up. This event highlights how interconnected and fragile airline operations can be. A single point of failure can send shockwaves through the entire system, affecting not just one airline, but the broader travel network. A single glitch can disrupt travel for thousands. It's a reminder of how much we rely on technology, and how quickly things can go wrong when it fails. United is still working to get everything back to normal. Maintenance crews, operations teams, and customer service staff are all focused on restoring order and helping passengers reach their destinations. Passengers should expect lingering delays, and it may take a while before the system is running smoothly again. For now, patience and flexibility are key as United works to recover from one of its most challenging days in recent memory. For travelers, Wednesday night was a test of patience. Airports filled with long lines as passengers waited for answers and rebooking. Customer service desks were overwhelmed with hours-long waits for help. Many missed connections, struggled to find hotels, or worried about important events. The lack of clear information early on made things worse. Passengers constantly checked their phones for updates. Families with kids faced extra challenges during the long, unexpected wait. The human side of the disruption was clear missed weddings, lost vacations, and business plans derailed. Behind every delay was a personal story. This event showed how a technical glitch can deeply affect people's lives. The frustration was real, and the impact went far beyond the airport. Section 6. Not a cyber attack. Clarifying the cause. When a major computer failure hits, many wonder, was it a cyber attack? United and government officials quickly confirmed this was not the case. The problem was an internal technical glitch, not a hack or data breach. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy reassured the public. The issue was limited to United's systems, not the national air traffic network. This distinction eased fears about broader security risks. United will investigate the root cause to prevent a repeat. For travelers, the key takeaway: this was a tech failure, not a malicious attack. Section 7. Which flights were affected? Not all planes were grounded. The ground stop mainly hit United's mainline flights, those big jets on major routes. Smaller United Express flights run by partner airlines with separate systems kept flying. If your United flight was already in the air, it continued as normal. Only planes waiting to depart were held back. This explains why some United passengers had no issues, while others faced long delays. The type of flight and timing determined your fate. United Express and pre-ground stop flights were mostly unaffected. Mainline departures during the glitch were the hardest hit. The disruption was targeted, not total. Section 8. Official words, statements from United and the government. United kept the public updated via social media and official statements. Early on, they acknowledged the system-wide issue and the ground stop. After progress, they announced the ground stop was lifted and apologized for the disruption. The airline promised to get customers moving as soon as possible. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy confirmed the problem was internal to United, not a national air traffic issue. These statements reassured travelers and clarified the scope of the problem. Clear communication helped manage public concern and rumors. Both United and the government emphasized safety and transparency. For stranded passengers, official updates provided some much-needed clarity. Section 9. Looking ahead, the skies are clearing, but be prepared. As of Thursday morning, United's computer system is fixed and the ground stop is over. Flights are resuming, but the airline is still untangling the aftermath. Planes and crews are out of place, so delays and cancellations may continue today. If you're flying United, check your flight status before heading to the airport. Use the United app or website for real-time updates and rebooking options. This event is a reminder of how dependent we are on technology and how quickly things can go wrong. United will focus on preventing future glitches. For travelers, patience and preparation are key. The skies are clearing, but recovery will take time. Stay informed and expect some bumps as United gets back on track. We'll keep you updated as the story develops.